Grant, what was said at halftime to completely change this game?
The things that we really just said, it's all about just making our offense a little bit easier by getting out in transition and defending with more aggression with less fouling. We did a great job in the first half of really just being physical, but we were fouling too much. So it was just about adjusting to what the refs were calling, as well as putting a little bit more pressure on the guys that were the primary ball handlers and making them not as comfortable as they were. Getting up open threes at the 3-point line rather than 3 feet back, completely different shot. So I think we just picked up the intensity. That first group did a phenomenal job of coming out with great energy, and Aaron did a great job of providing a lift for us as well.
For you specifically, what was your mentality?
For me, it was just a matter of coming in with a great defensive mindset. The rest of it take care of itself. I'm going to space the floor. I'm going to make the right play. But the biggest thing is just doing a better job of guarding not only guys like Bogdan and Gallo and Trey, and those guys just do so much for the other team. So for me, it was just a matter of honing in on defensive end and letting that flow into offense.
Ime said he felt like you guys were a little shell-shocked after Jaylen went down. How long did it take to kind of adjust?
Yeah, I feel like all of us were just hoping the best for our teammate, our brother. Like, it was a scary moment. Like, you see me on the bench and I like cover my eyes and went to Ben's arm. So we never want to see that happen. Luckily, he's okay, and he's better than I pictured. So the biggest thing is just trying to lift him up and lift the team up after that happens. Some people bounce back immediately, others take a little bit of time. We took a little bit of time and then just found our rhythm and got into the game and really honed in on what we needed to do.
So you saw him in the locker room afterwards?
Yeah.
Okay, in good spirits?
He's good spirits.
And then finally, is it important for you guys to have a win like this? I mean, after you kind of rolled over so many teams, but to be able to turn it up like that?
Absolutely. Atlanta's a talented team. They're a team that went deep in the playoffs last year, and they have a lot of the same players. If not, like they just really put a lot of pressure on you on the defensive end. So to beat them is a good stepping stone, but we still have to do it night in, night out. So we have a talented Memphis team coming in that's playing with a lot of great energy, great confidence, and exuberance. So we have to do the same thing and hone in on them because it's our first time playing them this year as well.
I lied. How does it prepare you to play against Ja?
He's a dynamic guard. Trey's a little more deep threat, shifty, versus Ja creates a lot more downhill transition, creates a lot of flow for their team. He's MVP in my eyes already this early in his career, and it's a lot of tremendous respect to him and what he's done and the team that they have. They play together every single night. Desmond, Jaren, like they're one of the most fun teams to watch in my opinion. So we got to give enough credit to them, but also understand that we're coming in with a great mentality and fight.
Thank you. I'm done.
A few minutes to go there in the game. Marcus makes that block. It's an 8-point game. You hit the 3 to make it an 11-point game. After Marcus makes a play like that, is there any part of you that says, I got to hit this after what he just did?
And honestly, I remember the scenario. Like, I remember what happened. We turned it over, and Trey had the ball, and I think I ran full speed because Smart pointed and said, "Go, Grant!" And so I ran, and he threw the lob. So I thought he was going to try and dunk it. So I tried to time it up to block the dunk. When he came down for it, I was like, "Oh no!" Now all you see is Smart come out of nowhere and make the play. But it's not like he made the play and just took off. Like, he made the play and calmed us down. So it was one of those things where it was like just great leadership, great poise from an excellent point guard. And for us, it was a matter of, like, for me, that's that shot. It's kind of what I do now. Like, just have to shoot to make that shot and trust that JT is going to put me in the right position. And I just have to be confident enough to take that shot. And for me, a couple of years back, I might have shot faked or hesitated. So for me now, it's just a matter of letting that thing fly and trusting the work that I've put in.
And then Smart makes another defensive play, the play after that, and you hit another 3. That whole sequence is a game-changing sequence. I mean, you think back on things like that, and like you just said, in the past, you would have done things differently. Can you appreciate like, this is how far I've come, and to make these plays in these moments?
I feel like the work's not done. So as much as you want to, it's a longer season and we have a lot more to do, but it's definitely a little bit of growth in my eyes just to see the work that I've put in. But there's always more to be done. Like the sidestep 3 I shot earlier in the game, probably should have drove it and kicked it out to the different players. So for me, it's just a matter of still working on that, understanding the game and the rhythm and the flow, and just being confident out there. And that's something that I'm proud of, that I'm able to say I'm feeling better with now. But it's still a long ways before I can be satisfied by any means.
Grant, in what ways have you seen Ime improve in his role as the season's gone on, and how much does his coaching have to do with the success you've had over the past month?
He's been amazing. He's challenged us. He's been a guy that holds us to a higher standard. He hasn't allowed us to slip or dip in anything, whether it's defensive intensity. He'll call a timeout and speak his spiel and let us know exactly what we're doing, let us have it, and we'll bounce back and respond. So it's tremendous that we've grown in relationships. I feel like over the course of the year, with a new coach, you always have to adjust to not only the system, and it was a bumpy start, but I feel like we're getting into the flow of things and just trusting great leadership from him and the rest of the coaching staff. They do a great job preparing us every single night. So it's our job to just not only make them look good, but make the team and focus on that most.
Going back to the shots you hit at the end there, whenever teams are switching on JT, he's kind of gotten good now at drawing over that double when they don't want to take the mismatch. And he's finding you in that skip pass in the corner. So how has he improved on that pass? How is that helping you shoot better? What have you guys had to work out to make that work?
It's been amazing. He's just doing a great job of keeping his eyes up. No matter how aggressive he's been, he's also made the right play. And that's something as a star player you hope for and pray for. And he's been growing with that as the years have gone on. I've seen it with my own eyes. So for me, just having the ability to knock those shots down, it's more so just working on that craft, understanding what he needs from me. I remember during the game, I was like, do you want me to cut there and make it so that Gallo maybe not double? He said, no, you stay spaced. And then the other guy will come to the backside and you'd be ready to shoot. And I was like, oh, well, that a couple of years back, it would have been like, hey, cut, get to the dunker and do something else. So I think it's just a trust between the two of us. And he trusts the rest of the team as well. He's been a guy that no matter who it is, he makes the right play. And whether Smart, Peyton, myself, JB, whoever else hits the three, he celebrates it and is happy just as much as if he would. So tremendous respect to him and tremendous praise to a guy that has grown over the past 5 years he's been in the league.
Has that communication with him evolved where it's more of like a two-way conversation now, and he's able to kind of like take feedback from you guys on how you want to operate?
Absolutely. He's very receptive. He's always been really receptive. He was more of a quiet guy before, but now he's a little bit more vocal, speaks up a little bit more, says a spiel, but also listens to what you have to say. So it's great to be able to not only, like, we get into it sometimes, we yell and everything like that, but we know we're coming from the right place. We all just want to win. And that's something that this team has really grown and embraced and really has helped us move forward throughout the year. Mm-hmm.
Thank you very much, Grant.
Thank you, guys.
There.